arrived at the TouchTheBun studio here, and Sam's late. That's okay though. I won't give him a hard time. Sam likes to give me a hard time for having like tan skin. He doesn't like the color of my skin, but I'm not gonna give him a hard time. He probably worked really hard today. He's probably tired. I don't know. He might have a bath before we film, so we'll see. But he's definitely late. Hey Touchers! Today we're doing a review of sweet pickled watermelon rind from the south. The reason we didn't do a pickup video today was this was actually brought to us from the States from the original Brineman, Phil.
Thanks, Phil.
Yeah, thank you for the stuff. I don't know what to say. It looks like syrup. It looks fun. There's not much going on in the facts page except for that it has calories. Just one more, please. Can we get a little bit of syrup on here? Thank you.
And we're back.
We're back. Greetings, Touchers.
Hello.
We're back with another food review. We're not doing a coleslaw review today. Our good friend, the Brineman, Phil Coffee, he brought us pickled watermelon rind from the south while he was visiting there with the missionaries.
I'm a big fan of Phil.
Yeah, you like Phil, eh?
Yeah, Phil's a good guy.
Shout out to Phil. So we are eating the pickled rind of a watermelon, which is sort of like eating someone's pickled compost. If maybe they poured vinegar in their compost and then we decided to eat it. This meal is all over the map, Sam. So, as you can see, it became translucent, like a cave creature. The syrup is thick, and the texture goes from hard to soft as you bite into the rind, get deeper to where the fruit lie.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Well, right off the bat, when looking at it, it looks like somebody got into a knife fight with some sort of mutant lizard, and these are the remains that they put into bottles and they sold on the open market. But that's just my take on it. It also kind of looks like watermelon rind that's been pickled. The sauce, not a big fan of the sauce from the looks of it. Looks a bit too watery. It's not quite a syrup. It's not quite a liquid. More of a oil, sweet oil.
So what really threw me off was reading the nutritional facts here on the rinds. It says serving size per cubes. So I didn't realize they actually cut them into cubes. I was expecting long strips of watermelon rind as you'd expect someone to eat it off. And they would just send it away to the Brine Preserving Company. And then we eat them, but I guess they cubed them, which is fine. I was just expecting something different. I like routine, but that's okay. The rind itself is okay. It's fun. Tangy. It's got some tang.
I totally agree with you, Craig. I was expecting more of a rind cut using a rind blade, which is the traditional style of cutting watermelon rind, if I believe my research is correct, which it probably is. Interestingly enough, it says you should refrigerate it after opening, and that's because the ingredients are watermelon rind and corn syrup and not very much vinegar. It's more of a sugar pickle than it is from a vinegar pickle. So count me out, but count me in. I'm on both sides of the teams on this one.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to say no on this one. The texture's a little too much. One saving grace I'd say for this is you can actually see the teeth marks of where people were biting the rind before they pickled it. So I don't know. It's a little cool Easter egg, I guess.
I'm going to take a bite of the piece that has red in it and see if there's any difference. Mmm. 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 The red kind of hangs off of it like a little bit of infection.
Yeah, it looks like the rind has gone bad, which is funny because that's actually the good part.
Yeah, it reminded me of having a sore in my mouth or a burn. Like, let's say I was skateboarding and I was yawning and I fell, and then I fell with my open mouth onto a rusty nail and it dislodged itself into my jaw. This is similar to that kind of taste.
Price! So, yeah, this price was free today. Smuggled in from the Brineman Phil Coffee. We appreciate it. My mouth doesn't appreciate it, but, you know, you did it. Sight!
The sight's pretty self-explanatory. It looks like a wounded lizard that became mutated and then had a festering wound.
Yeah, the sight is weird because there's little ridges on it, almost like fish scales. So the outside looks like a fish, but the inside is translucent like a cave creature, like I said. The sight is bad. Wish I didn't see it.
Smell!
The smell is a pungent flavor blast. It smells like McDonald's sweet and sour sauce, which I appreciated much more than this. It smells very sweet, like my nose is going to get diabetes.
To me, the smell was something exotic, sensuous, luxurious, full-bodied. Taste!
So yeah, the taste was actually velvety smooth. It tasted good at first. The first bite was nice, but the texture is a huge turnoff for my mouth.
For me, I thought the taste was quite exquisite. They mention it as an hors d'oeuvre, and I could definitely see it as that way. Maybe in 1974, this could be seen as something... Oh, what? This was not a specialty since 1974. This is a specialty since 1947. Oh, this is a whole new thing. This is... I tip my hat to this food. This is... Yeah.
You know what? That is a little redeeming quality for me, too. I'm going to go back.
Yeah.
This is great.
I can't believe people in the 1400s were able to make a food like this.
Slaw factor!
This is a legacy. This is a food that people could have for hundreds of years. I mean, when you think about it, Leonardo da Vinci, Jamie Oliver, Bobby Flay, these are all musicians that have been playing the song of life for thousands of years. Now, with pickled rind, watermelon variety, I'm just ready to witness life and to really bring my future into the present.
Yeah, at first I was really turned off. It wasn't strips. I was expecting strips. I got over it. Then I thought the syrup was too runny. But you know what? I started to warm up to it. Finally, I realized I didn't really like the taste. But as you pointed out, the 1400s, whoa, that's a long time ago. So I got newfound respect for this food. It reminds me of ballistics gel. It doesn't look like food, but you know what? They are doing what they love, and no one's gonna tell them not to pickle the rinds or the compost of anyone else's stuff. So I say, cheers to you. Pickle on.
Putting a tear in my eye.
Huh?
Slaws up to you guys. Make sure to share, like, and subscribe.
Sorry if we were a little wacky and off the wall today. We had a Red Bull before shooting. We split it. It was sugar-free, but...
Yeah, I shouldn't have any caffeine, if you know what I mean. Because you'd be really cool if you keep it clean. I never thought I'd find myself eating watermelon rind.
Yeah, usually I eat the rind, but never pickled it. But another thing you do with it, says you could add it to tuna salad.
Fish and watermelon, I don't think that was ever supposed to happen.
No, that's a mistake. What did you think of today's episode, Sammy?
I felt it went all right.
Yeah. You know, can't win them all, but, you know, we're a family. You know, our subscribers love, they tune in every week for us.
Yeah, you just got to keep pushing through, you know? It's like you're at war.
Uh, Tell your friends to subscribe, and I'll personally subscribe to their channel.
Subscribe, don't subscribe. I'm sorry.
Best Buy. That's quite a while, eh?
My stomach hurts.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to bed.